Okay, game of spades, lesson number one, how to bid. And this slideshow would be just to make your best bid for a given hand. It's not special situations. Sometimes you intentionally bid low or high. It's nothing to do with a nil or double nil bids. That'll be a different lesson. But this is just, let's look at a hand, let's get the best bid for it. Okay, when you're bidding, there's three things you need to look at. Okay, one would be to look at your three non-spade suits, hearts, diamonds, clubs. If you have an ace, there's a good chance that's going to win, 90% or so. Kings, about 70%. Queens, less than 50. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. When you look at your spades, obviously the ace of spades, you have a 100% chance. If you have four or more spades, that's most likely one of those is going to win for you. And obviously the higher spade, the better chance it has. King of spades is more likely to take than the seven of spades, for example. So look at your non-spades suits, look at your spades, and finally look at your short hands and long hands. Short hands is when you have only one or none of a non-spade hand, or sometimes you could even say two of a non-spade hand. You're going to run out of that suit before everybody else. So you're going to be able to trump. Okay, and sometimes it's your partner that runs out, and that's good for you, and there's different strategies there. But when you have a short hand, usually you can count, provided you have some spades, you can count that as one of your tricks you're going to win. Okay, long hands is kind of the opposite. When you have five or more of a non-spade hand, you're going to likely get trumped in there somewhere. It's great if you have the ace, but if you have an ace of hearts, but if you have six other hearts with it, that means there's not many hearts for everybody else. And it's more likely that somebody else is going to not have any and trump you. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. So three things again. Consider high cards of non-spade suits, hearts, diamonds, clubs, number and size of your spades, and the short hands and long hands. Okay, so we'll look at some examples here. This hand number one, what would be the best bid? Okay, well, we have a long hand here, these diamonds. We'll look at the diamonds first. Looks good. You got ace, king, queen, jack, and you might think, man, I might win three out of this, but you're not likely to win three. The problem here being that the ace probably will win for you, but you've got seven of them, which means there's only six more diamonds for everybody else. Divided by three, I mean, somebody may have one or none at all. So that ace might even get taken. But it's unlikely that you'll win both the ace and the king. Meanwhile, we have a short hand here, but the hearts and the clubs are kind of short, only two apiece. This king and queen here, this is bittersweet because though they're both high, one of them's not going to win. One of them most likely will get covered by the ace, but the other one probably scores. And then you might be able to get this this short hand here, the hearts, or the short hand, the clubs, with one of those spades. That is, you might run out of hearts or spades, and everybody else still has some, and you might win with that. So I'd bid three here. I'd bid this ace of diamonds. Probably going to win one of those. Probably going to win one of those clubs, and either the clubs or the hearts are going to run out, and you can win with one of those two spades. So I think three is the best bid here. Though if you're unlucky, you might only get two of those. Okay, so this is our second hand. Still says hand one, but this is our second look. Again, we've got a short hand here. These clubs just look awful. You're probably not going to win anything there. These hearts are pretty awful. The queen here is likely not to land because you have four other, which again, there's only nine for everybody else. So I doubt that it gets to the third one. The ace and the king both will likely win, but this queen probably will not because you have four. So I would look at this ace of diamonds definitely scoring because you have a short hand. This queen probably will not. They'll get covered by the king. But because of this short hand, I like one of those spades to go there. So I put one or two. Depends on how conservative you are. The ace of diamonds for sure. Not so sure about these spades. If maybe it gets that short hand, but those hearts and those clubs don't look good here. So this is the third hand. Okay, so looking at your non-spade hands, this queen, I don't like it because you have four. If I've got four of the same suit and queen's the highest, I don't like my chances for that queen to win. If I only have, say, three, that's the magic number for me. If I've got three in a queen like the diamonds, I feel better about that queen winning because I only have three and there's still 10 more for everybody else. So I don't like this queen. I do like that queen. This ace and this king, again, you got four of them, so yeah, I feel okay about that king scoring here. So this ace, this king, and this queen. I don't like either of these spades winning because you don't really have a short hand. Okay, for that reason, I put 2 or 3. 2 would be pretty conservative here. But I think this ace, this king, and maybe that queen lands. I don't like that queen landing. Hand 4. Here, these clubs are nice. You got this ace is going to win, most likely. Jack won't, but you probably could use one of those spades because it's a shorthand. These diamonds are just awful. This king, there's 4 of them, though. I think there's a decent chance that king may land. Ace for sure, and then maybe a spade as well. I put 2 here. When I look at this again, I'm just a little skeptical on that king, again, having 4 of them. Though I think king probably lands. I might be apt to bid 3 there. 2 would be a conservative bid, but 2 or 3 for that. 5th hand, this ace is going to win. This ace will win. I'm not sure about the king because you've got so many. You got a long hand here of those diamonds. The king or queen, we had that earlier. One of those is going to score. So 1, 2, 3, and because it's a shorthand, I think you might get a 4th here. Okay, because I think you run out of hearts and you can use, and these are both kind of high spades anyway. So I like a bit of 4 for that one. 6th hand, these clubs are awful. Diamonds, this ace is going to land. And then right here, I do like the queen of hearts, but again, always skeptical about queens. But at least you only have 3. Now, if you only had 2 with the queen, I'll mention this, probably not going to win because the ace is going to get 1 and the king's going to get the other, and you just won't have enough to last. You know, when they're leading the hearts. But this is ideal. The best time to bet queens is when you have exactly 3 of that suit. And then obviously this is a guarantee. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, that 10 or 9. 3 is probably better, but that 10 or 9, you could lean, if you're aggressive, you might lean 4 there, but 3 is probably your best bet for that one. Don't like this queen at all, just have too many clubs. Now this is a shorthand, even though the 4 and the 3 stinks here. It's a shorthand. You only have 2 of them, so I think maybe you can score one of those spades on those diamonds. But if you can't, here's an advantage. When you have 2 semi-shorthands, probably one of those scores for you. So I like the ace of hearts, I like one of those 2. So I think 2 is the best bid here. 3 would be aggressive. You're betting on both of those. When you have 2 of one hand, that queen's or the spade scoring on it is a little questionable. So I like the bid of 2 for that one. Now, when you don't bid first, other bids may affect your bid. Okay, we're going to look at that. So let's say we have this situation, but you bid second. The first person, which would be an opponent, bids 5. Now, if they bid 5, unless they're trying to intentionally deceive you, they've got a good hand. Okay, so that may make you be a little more conservative. Okay, so looking at this queen again, I don't like it when there's 4. I like this one better, but again, when they bid 5, I'm not even sure about that queen. But I like the ace and the king. I don't like either one of those scoring. So I put 2 here. I might go 3. If they bid 1, I might be more apt to go 3 and say, well, maybe ace, king, and queen. But I don't like this queen even in normal situations. But when they bid so high, I'm thinking, well, this ace lands, but a king or queen, maybe you get them both, but I got to be careful here. I'm going to go 2. Let's say you bid 3rd, and the first 2 bids are 2 and 1, and your partner would have been the bid of 2. Okay, in this case, they've only got 3 between them, which means that you're more likely to be aggressive here. Now, clubs and diamonds are both shorthands. I don't like even this king going here because you've got 8 hearts. Okay, there's only 5 left, so I think the ace is going to probably win, but this king won't, so I don't like any of those hearts landing. I say 2 here because these are so small. I think you can win both the 10 and the 8, 1 for the diamonds and 1 for the clubs. One more tip on bags. There's the number of bags for the hand is 13 minus the total bid. So when everybody's bid, if there's 0 bags, that means a very high chance somebody's going to get set. If there's 1, there's a high chance. 2, medium, and 3, a low set. Okay, so getting set, of course, is not good. So you can use that chart. The closer to 13, the more likely of a set. So looking here, let's say that this adds up to 10, and you're the last one to bid. Your partner bid 4. You're probably going to get conservative here. So I'm bidding only 1. I'm bidding this ace of diamonds. Even though you got queen of spades, what if both the ace and the king pick it up? Okay, so I bid 1 here, and this led me to that bid. This being already 10